in here. So we're going to start our practice standing up. We will be using a blanket and a block later in the practice, so you can gather both of those things. And take a stance that's a little bit wider than hip width apart. Spread the toes really wide. Pick them up, spread them, and then press them down into the mat, spread wide, so that there's this activation happening in the feet. You can feel the arches lift, and then feel that energy come all the way up through the body, lengthening the spine, maybe bringing the shoulders back towards each other on the back body, just slightly pulling the chin back, rotating the palms to face towards the world in front of you. And either softening the gaze downward or closing the eyes. And begin to deepen the breath. And notice what scents come in through your nose. It helps you be really present right where you are. And invite yourself into a little internal wellness check. How are you doing in terms of all over wellness? Body, mind, spirit, emotions. We have a hummingbird visiting. Hello. So in this short poem that I'm going to read at the end of our practice today, Andrea Gibson says that she can tell her level of wellness by whether she's focused on loving or focused more on who isn't loving them. So can you tune into that? Are you more focused on loving, just being who you are innately in this world, or are you more focused on who isn't loving or who isn't doing what you want them to do? It's amazing how we can energetically get pulled into other people's business. So a few more breaths here. After your next exhale, gently opening the eyes, shaking the arms out and wiggling the body. And bringing the hands to the hips, and let's take some big hip circles. Beginning this practice with some full body connectivity here with the hip circles. And let's go back the other way, reversing the direction. And coming back to center, releasing the arms, and let's swing the arms side to side, some upper back twists here. You can pick up the opposite heel if that feels good to you as you twist. Maybe bringing those taps up a little bit. Maybe kidneys on the back body, heart center on the front body. Little love taps. Focusing on your own loving of yourself, your body, mind, spirit. Wherever you are in those journeys today. And coming back to center, bringing your hands over your heart and feeling that connectivity of the actions of our hands informed by the wisdom of the heart. Grounding down through the feet with your next inhale, we're going to lift up onto the balls of the feet and expand the arms out to the sides. And then as you come down, side bend over to the right arm comes down, left arm comes over as your heels touch down to the ground. Inhale back up, arms open, heels lifted. Exhale, side bend left as the heels land. Inhale, out again, lift those heels. And exhale, bring the hands back to the heart as the heels land down. We'll do that whole little sequence again. Inhale, open out from your heart, expanding, lift the heels up. Exhale, begin to drop the heels down, side bend over to the right hand comes to the leg. Inhale, back to center, lifting up the heels. Exhale, side bending left, heels drop down. Inhale, back to center, lift those heels up. Expanding, exhale, bring the hands to the heart center, heels drop. Yum. Lovely. You can wipe down your arms, clearing energy of expectations from others. Just be in your own juiciness today. So we're going to do a little opening the legs out to the sides now. So bringing your hands to your hips, shifting your weight over to your left foot. We're going to lift the right leg out to the side, and then we'll shift and left lifts. So this can be something you just move at your own pace. It does require a bit of balance, finding a focal point on the floor in front of you can be very nice, helpful. So if you would like to make this a little more active and quick, you can move this to more of a 1 foot on the ground at a time. And I'm going to release my arms from my hips too, so it looks like this. You're really working through the abdominals and the hips here. You might feel a little funny, a little playfulness, it's always good. And then coming back to center, woo! Feeling that in your legs perhaps. Wonderful. Bringing your legs out wide. And we'll do a little forward folding here. So you can see where it feels good if you walk your legs out where you're like, yeah, this feels like a good distance. It's not too intense. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Reaching up, I see the moon. It's a half moon. Folding forward, stretching straight out from the hips. You might bring your heels more in alignment with your toes. Feel the energy engagement here. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull the arms back by the shoulders or the body. Inhale, reaching out. Exhale, pulling back, hands by the shoulders. One more time. And then inhale long. And now exhale, folding forward and melting the whole body down towards the floor. Let the weight in your feet roll to the outside edge of your feet. And then walking over towards the left foot, stretching through the right, and then walking over to the left. To the right, stretching through the left. Moving back and forth here. You can pick up the extended leg foot if you'd like. Maybe getting a little deeper. Bend into the knee. This can also be a very tiny movement, depending on what feels aligned for you today. Let's do one more each side. And then coming back to center, feet wide, and then walk the hands back through the legs, looking back behind you. Nice stretch here. And then coming forward and walking the hands out so you're in like a straddle down dog. Elongating the spine. See if you can lift through the sit bones a little bit. Get more of a stretch through the legs and through the back. And then walking the hands back in and bring the heels in slightly and come up to open arm goddess squat here. You might need to bring those heels in a little bit more. Take an inhale here, opening the arms. And as you exhale, bring right arm on top of left. Give yourself a hug. And we're going to rotate the upper body around. Strong legs, knees tracking out over toes. Just feeling that. Yay, gratitude for self, loving. Go back the other way. Inhale, open, 5-pointed star. Feel your radiant being shining out into the world. Maybe a little smile to your face, a little upward gaze, palms opening towards the sky. One more inhale and exhale, floating the arms down. Beautiful. Let's step to the top of the mat And have your blanket and your block there if they're not there already. And finding Tadasana pose, mountain pose. So getting those toes spread wide again, active feet, soft knees, lifted heart, engaged core, open heart, open palms, chin pulls back slightly. Just feel this Tadasana pose. Make sure you're not tucking your tailbone. So nice neutral pelvis here. Feel your presence. How you can be loving right here, just being in this moment of your one wild and precious life. With your next inhale, sweep your arms out and up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, fold down through the midline. Really feeling that line tracing your own centeredness. Forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, hands to the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale down, place the hands, step the right foot back behind you, high or low lunge. And if you're doing a low lunge, you can bring your blanket underneath your knee. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, twisting, bringing the arms down, twisting to the left. So we're looking back behind us, right hand to left knee. Honoring the past. Inhale, sweeping the arms back up. Center, exhale, touch the mat. Inhale, step back to a down dog. Exhale here. Bring your feet a little wider than hip width apart on the mat here. Bend the knees deeply. Feel yourself crouching down here and then pushing yourself forward to a plank and then rounding up and crouching back down again. Pushing forward is a great full body strengthening flow. Crouching down, pushing forward, plank, rounding up, crouching, pushing forward. Do a couple more of these if you're up for it. And then coming back to your down dog. Breathing here. And then pulling forward to your plank pose. And we're going to roll over onto the right side. So we're side plank here. And holding here, you can also drop the right knee to the floor, a little more support. Find what works for you. And then we have challenge by choice moment. If you'd like, we're going to do a little moving here. So we're going to bring the right knee and the left elbow towards each other and then expand back up. We're going to do 4 of these. And you can also do this if your leg is down. You're not going to bring the knee up, but you can bring the elbow down and expand out. I've got 2 more. 1 and 2. Yay! And then making your way back to a down dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lifting right leg to the sky. Bend the knee, drop the foot over to the left. circling the knee in the air. And back the other way. And then lengthen the leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat. We are going to drop the knee down here. Left knee comes down. Bringing the block underneath the hands on the left side of the mat. And we're going to begin to circle the hips. And going back the other way. And then coming back to center, grounding down the left hand. Inhale, lift right arm up, coming into a twist. And if you'd like, you can bend the left knee, holding onto the foot, if that's approachable for you. Otherwise, just be in the twist. 2 breaths. And then releasing down here. Bringing the block over to the outside, the right of your mat. Lifting the left arm up and coming into a side bend here. Bringing the block more in alignment with your hip than your foot. And then releasing here. Block to the top of the mat. Curl the toes under. And stepping forward. And we'll come to our half moon pose for the half moon today. So you're welcome to keep those left toes down on the floor, or you can lift them up and find your expression of a half moon. Deep inhale here, expanding out, you're loving. And exhale, come to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Shake your head around. And inhale, sweep the arms out and up, standing all the way up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment, breathe, and notice. Wellness check. Where's your focus? And we're going to do the other side. I'm going to switch sides of the mat so that I can stay facing you. But you can choose, and we'll honor the pear tree. So, hands to the heart. And then open the arms by the sides. Tadasana. Feel those toes. Stretching. Expansive, grounded body. Present right here, right now. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Palms pressed together. Exhale through the midline. Really tuning into your own ability to be centered. Inhale. Flat back. Deepen the spine. Exhale down. Place the hands. Step the left foot back behind you. High or low lunge. Finding your balance, feel free to drop that back knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right. Looking back behind you. If your right hand doesn't reach your left leg, you can also slide the hand across the back of your waist. Honoring your past, your life experiences. With your next inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hinging forward, touching the mat. Step back to a down dog. Walking it out a little bit. Bringing your feet a little wider than hip width. Rounding down through the finger pads. Bend the knees deeply. Crouching down. Push forward strongly. Plank. And rounding back up. Rounding down into your own well-being. Push forward. And rounding up. Keep going if you're up for it. If you need to rest, take a rest. Do one more. Beautiful. Take a breath in your down dog. And then pulling forward to a plank pose. And we'll rotate over to the left, reaching the right arm up into the air. Remember, you can always drop your left knee to the floor. If you'd like, you can just stay here and breathe. If you'd like to go a little further, we're going to bring the knee and elbow towards each other and expand out. 4 times. Here's 3. And 4. Yo! Challenge! And then make your way back to down dog. Yay! Inhale, lift the left leg to the sky. Bend the knee, drop the foot over to the right. And circle the knee. Going back the other way. And then extend the leg up. Exhale, bring it through to the top of the mat. Dropping the right knee to the floor. We're going to find the block, put it underneath both hands. Over towards the right side of the mat and begin to circle the hips. Notice if there's tension in your jaw, if you can release that. Let's go back the other way. Lovely. And keeping the right hand on the block. Inhale, lift left up, bend the right knee. You can reach back, hold on to the foot if that's available for you. Otherwise, just be in a side twist. Couple breaths here. Awesome. And then come back up. Bring the block over to the left in alignment more with the hip. And reach the right arm up and over, side stretch here, dropping those hips forward. And then releasing, bringing the block forward, curling those back toes under and stepping in. So we're going to bring the left hand to the block. And you're welcome to keep the right foot down on the floor, toes, right hand to right hip, or you can lift, coming into your half moon. We're going the half moon today. Expanding. One more inhale. And exhale, come to a forward fold. The top of your mat. Shake your head around. And inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Standing all the way up, palms pressed together. Exhale, hands to the heart. Breathe and notice. We're gonna come down onto the mats before we totally do that though. We're gonna roll up the blanket to a bit of a bolster. Set that to the side and come down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock a little side to side. And then placing your feet on the floor, grab your block. Inhale, lift up, placing the block underneath your sacrum. And you can either stay here with your knees bent or walk your legs out long. You can also lift your legs up into the air. But my invitation for you today is to really feel the broadening through the pelvis, which happens when the legs are more stretched out or even if the feet are on the floor. So there's like this softening through this area that we can tend to just like clench and hold so much in. So if you can think of this relaxing of the pelvis and all your organs in here, just get to relax for a moment because they're so supported. You might feel some sensation, that relaxation happening. One more deep breath here. And then walking your feet in, lifting up off the block, removing the block from underneath you, lowering down, hug the knees into the chest. Let the knees come away from each other, reach through the inside of the knees, grabbing onto the outside of the feet or the ankles, or happy baby pose. And then releasing here, rolling over to the side. And then finding the blanket to put underneath your spine. And we want to make sure the head is also supported by the blanket. And this is just a gentle heart opener here. And you can lay back over the blanket. Relaxing the jaw. And letting the belly soften so the breath really moves through the low body. Do another wellness check. All Are you more focused on loving, or more focused on who isn't loving you? Bringing your awareness back to the surface of your body. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. As you're ready, bend one knee and then the other, placing your feet on the floor, and come to rest over on your right side. Taking a breath here and keeping your eyes closed and your attention internal, gently press your way up to find a seat. You may be sitting up on your blanket roll. Let's take a moment again to tune in, especially to your sense of smell. Let me help you in presence right here, right now. And allow these words by Andrea Gibson to wash over you. This is their poem called Wellness Check. In any moment, on any given day, I can measure my wellness by this question. Is my attention on loving, or is my attention on who isn't loving me? Bringing your hands together in front of your heart, pressing your thumbs in to feel your heartbeat, your personal pulse. And take a deep breath of gratitude, sending that gratitude from your heart out to all the cells in your being. Thank you for joining me for practice today. The light within me honors the light within you. Namaste.